Hey YouTube, it's been a long time since I posted an update, but in the interim I've moved across the country, had another 30-gallon tank shattered by the moving company, and am now in the process of setting it up. So I kind of wanted to cover a little bit about how I moved. It was the same setup that I used last time. This is an 8-gallon half-circle tank. Generally this is my wife's that houses glowfish, if you look back at some of my previous videos. Now it's currently housing just a few fish. There's a betta in there. You can see her resting right here. She's probably 2 now. I don't see a whole lot of her. It's nice that she's out front. In here you can see one of my plecos in the back there, hanging onto his cave. And a whole bunch of shrimp. There goes my pleco. I just threw some food in the tank, so everything is really happy. You can see there's a lot of plants. Kitty's jealous. You can see there's a lot of plants in here. A lot of shrimp. There's at least 150, maybe 200 shrimp. They're all going to be moved to the 30-gallon once I get it finished. I'll show you the state of that one. It's pretty sad at this point. Back here are all of my caves for my plecos. I have my breeding pair of L400s still alive in here. I moved this across the country in this 8-gallon tank with just the betta, the 2 plecos, the shrimp, and some narite snails. We plugged it into a power inverter in the car. And that's how we kept everything at temperature and alive. There's one of my plecos again. But you can see all of the plants that I had in my 30-gallon. I maintained some semblance of them here. I gave away about 60% of the living plants to some friends, and I gave away my X-ray tetras that were all born in the tank to a friend in Los Angeles. And he's taking good care of them for me. I'm hoping to pick up some new ones and breed in my tank once I get set up. So now I'll show you my 30-gallon tank. You can see it is currently overgrown with diatoms very, very badly. So this tank I took completely apart. The movers shattered the glass on the old 30-gallon that I had set up, so this one is a little bit different. I had all the gravel in those buckets you see back here, along with all of my decorations. I washed my gravel out with just some clean water so I didn't kill all the bacteria, and it lived in a bucket for a couple of months. Surprisingly, I had some volunteer crypts. These are, I had 4 or 5 that presumably just grew from roots that were left in the gravel. So they're really starting to show some growth now. That's exciting for me. I'm going to redecorate this tank a little bit, but you can see it's currently overgrown with diatoms. This is something that I just let happen whenever I set up a brand new tank. Reason being, you can either fight diatoms for 6 to 8 months, or you can let them run rampant for about 6 to 8 weeks. And then drop some narite snails in and you won't have to deal with them ever again. But it's just something that happens in new tanks, I've noticed. Every time I have to set up a new tank, I have this diatom overgrowth. So I'm just letting that kind of subside before I start putting anything more than about 10 or 20 shrimp in. There's not a whole lot in this tank except for the shrimp right now. Then just as a small bonus, I guess just an update from life, I got hit by a truck about a week and a half before I moved across the country. Totaled my bike, so I got a new Surly cross-check. All of my biking videos previously were on an old Raleigh Technium that was as old as me. Now I've got this Surly, and you can see my wife's cross-check with the flat bars behind it. That's sort of a general update. I'm really looking forward to getting this tank back up and running, posting more videos of it. I'll probably have an update here in several weeks. I'm putting snails in it this week or next week, so hopefully that algae will start to come under control, and then I can start putting in some actual fish. Here you can see one of the shrimp swimming around. There's a few of them in there. Thanks for watching.